up, everybody? I'm Ryan, and I'm here at the Nug Smasher factory inside the Smash Lab, aka the Hot Box, and I'm here with the Nug Smasher IQ. And if you're just getting your IQ, I'm going to show you how to get it out of the box, get it started, how to generally start to use it, turn it on, and what you need to get started. Now, first off, I want to make sure that everybody takes a good look at what this looks like. It has a pallet on the bottom of it here. It's strapped to the pallet with these big straps on all three sides. It has a wood top on it that says this side up, glass fragile top. And we do that, we put it on the pallet, and I show you that because when you receive yours at home, you need to make sure it comes on the pallet. If it doesn't, please call our customer service department and let us know that it doesn't, so that we can make sure the shipper is doing their job. But anyway, it should come on a pallet, and it should look just like this, and should have those straps on it in a big box like this with the wood top. And all you'll have to do is you have to get some scissors and get these straps, and we'll cut them off. See what's inside here. They're thick, so you gotta kind of saw at them a little bit. All right, and then once we do that, we'll take the wood top off. And then there's two more big straps on it. And then once we have that open, we'll take the tape, we'll cut the tape off here. And remember, your Nug Smasher IQ has a lifetime warranty, so if you have a spot to stow the original packaging, it's great, it's helpful, just in case you need to ship it back in the future for any reason. It has two boxes, two big thick boxes inside of each other. And then there's a piece of foam on top. And then the Nug Smasher IQ sets inside just like that. You have a package here with goodies and a power cord. And then the Nug Smasher IQ inside. You want to go ahead and remove the corner packaging first. You can see this corner packaging in here. And there's also an envelope in here. You want to put that with your goodies. And once you have all the corner packaging out, you can go ahead and reach down. I like to tip the machine forward slightly so I can get underneath the machine. And then I pull the back of the bag knot here, and you can lift it out and put it on the table. Okay guys, at this point, all that I'm gonna do is take it out of the bag here, cut it out of the bag, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take the power cord that came with it. It's a complete plug and play unit, and I'm just gonna put the power cord in there. I'm going to find a spot on my Smash Lab here to set it up, and I'm going to set it up, plug it in, and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, I got it all set up on the bench where it's going to go. It's home. I plugged it in. I played with the lights a little bit. I turned them on and off. It's as simple as pushing the button like that. And I played with the plates going up and down a little bit, which is pretty cool. It's just this little touch button that you push and the plates move up and down. So everything is touchscreen activated. You can pretty much touch on any aspect or element of the screen, and it'll pull something up or a prompt, or it'll change something. For instance, the target PSI. You can just put something, whatever you wanted in there, so on and so forth. But if you just got the machine, this is the home screen. This is where you can get started really knowing the machine and toggling between different bag sizes to be able to make quick rosin, on the fly right up front. So this basically changes the surface area of the bag sizes for you too. That's a custom size, and I'll show you how to get to that. So you can toggle quickly between there, how many bags you're putting between the plates at one time, the time you want the press to be. And what I've done is put 3 general settings in here for you, so you can go through and just pick your pressure, pick your generalities, real light, medium, and then heavier, and then generalities in terms of the temp. on here. So this line down here at the bottom is real quick and easy how to get you started. 3.5 grams means a 3.5 gram bag up here, you know, and you can really use any of the microns from 90 to 160. The fresher your flour is, you can stay at a higher micron. The drier your flour is, make sure you're using a lower micron. But that's kind of the home screen, and you can go through all of it. Like I said, you can control the plates right here, the start stop buttons right in the center of the screen. That's something that I utilize a lot. But you can even press on the actual seconds and input them that way, or do whatever you want there. So it's pretty interesting. Or you can do it from down here, which I usually do on the screen, depending on what you want to accomplish. So after you familiarize yourself with that, you can play with it, push some buttons, check it all out. I encourage you to go over to the settings screen, and we're going to go through all the screens with you. But on the settings screen, you'll hook up to your Wi-Fi network. So make sure that your network is shown here, and you put your password in. And it's very specific to network with hyphens and special characters. So if your network has a bunch of hyphens and special characters, set up a sub network that with no hyphens or special characters to connect to your IQ with. But that seems to be some of the only problems you have with it. But anyway, sign in on the Wi-Fi, and then go over and make sure you sign in on your TerpFiles account, and that'll start to log all of your extractions and then send them to your TerpFiles, and they'll be there on your phone. Or I'll show you how to get to it in actual TerpFiles on the machine. You can see it's logged in as me. I logged it in here. And then you can see how I have it set for TerpFiles on there to come up. So it's really great to be able to log your recipes in TerpFiles to know what you're growing, what you're buying, or what you're extracting, or all the above. So it helps you catalog what strains are good, what strains aren't, which ones are yielders, which aren't, which growers are good, which aren't, so on and so forth. And you can keep your profile private on there. You can also follow and like other users, so you can see what those users are doing in your feed constantly. It's really a great tool for growers and alchemists alike out there. So anyway, that's the TerpFiles end of it. And once you're signed in over here in settings under TerpFiles, you can go to that and you'll have all of that coming up. But even before you're signed in, as soon as you hook up to Wi-Fi, the TerpFiles will go live for you. You just won't be logged in as a user. So anyway, those two things. So we're going to go over to the master extractor screen right next to the home screen here. And that screen is really helpful. It breaks everything down. And again, you can touch almost every element on here to change what you want to change, and you can input it or up and down with the arrow, so on and so forth. But this screen really gives you control over the machine. For instance, if you're going to do a custom size or a hash extraction, you can come into this machine or this screen over here, hit custom size, and then you can input a specific size in terms of the width and the length, and it'll give you your square inches, your surface area, so the applied pressure can be accurate every time and give you an accurate extraction, a consistent extraction. So that's really helpful in the screen. You can do full extractions from the screen too. You have the start stop button, and it shows you target PSI, hydraulic PSI available, so on and so forth. Gives you a lot of other information here. You have total control over the machine from the master extractor screen. And then if we move to the left side of the home button, once I put the size of, for instance, my hash brick that I'm going to extract or something of that nature, I can come over to this screen here and I can go to hash mode, which is ramp mode. And basically we have some presets in here, but 6-minute duration starts at 100 material PSI for that surface area that I input on that last screen. And it'll end at 450 material PSI. It starts down at 120 degrees and then it ramps up to 175 degrees. So really milks everything out of it. And these can all be changed just by, like I said, if you wanted 45 in there. You could just input whatever you wanted at the end temperature, and then the duration, it ramps over each of those things. Starts there and ramps to there over 6 minutes. So it does all that calculation, and that's where it ends up in 6 minutes, and does all that work for you. So you really, we've got some alchemists out there that are getting a much higher extraction out of their hash. So something really good to check out. There's also an isolate setting on here. So if you have a bunch of rosin and you want to isolate that rosin, you can hit isolate and it automatically inputs. Notice how it changed it to 25 minutes. Start at 100, end at 120 material PSI. So it's barely putting any pressure, but leaving that constant pressure on, milking it out at a start temp all the way up to 155 over 25 minutes. Gives you a really nice brick of isolate. We do that all the time. We're never short of isolate in the lab because of that. So great product, predominantly THCA, all solventless. Put it right in the IQ and it happens. So that's the ramp mode on the machine. It's a great mode. A lot of people use it. And then if you start to move to the right over here, this is our decarb mode, which is really great in itself. So if we're doing THC, it gives you an automatic input there, and basically you put your you use your decarb capsule, you load it up, you throw it between the plates, you hit start, and it decarboxylates it. It even cools down. Once it's cooled down with the fan and everything else, it'll relieve pressure, so you know when to come back and get it. Nothing popping out. And that's a decarb mode on it. And then of course we've covered terp files, and that's, boy, you can just get lost in terp files. I strongly recommend you download the Nug Smasher app if you haven't already. It's absolutely wonderful. You can get to all this information, play with it. It's all the same on the actual IQ. And like I said, once you log in under your user on the IQ, you'll have all the extractions that you're doing. They'll be on your phone, so you can go into them and then put pictures to them and notes and so on and so forth at the end of the day if you want now, or the end of your shift, so on and so forth. So it makes it much easier to log that information, you know, because you're busy on the fly to do that. So anyhow, that's in there now, which people like. And of course you have the lights that turn the lights and the logo on, the plate lights and the logo light, and the fan, which has the rear fan that goes on and off. And then your settings tab over here that we've covered. So Nug Smasher IQ, absolutely amazing machine. And I'm sure you guys can understand, this is why we coined the term rosin made simple, because this is what we were after, this machine and what's to come. So Nug Smasher IQ, if you've made it through this video, use my discount code. You've earned it. It's rosin made simple. Rosin Made Simple is my discount code. That'll save you 15% at nugsmasher.com. Go there, save 15% on your IQ. And thank you for watching, guys. Until next time, tell somebody, tell a friend, will you? Go solventless. If you haven't yet, you got a special surprise in store. See you guys soon.